Hi everyone. If you watched my last two videos, I talked about issues that I'm having at work and how I'm like transitioning, like I'm going through a life transition right now, and yeah, just to update, I have received a write-up, whatever it's called, written warning, and a coaching all at the same time for 2 months. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot. Like, couldn't you just give me a little bit of time to, you know, kind of understand just at least what's going on between the coaching and the written warning? So I didn't panic or anything. I mean, I knew this job is not the best. Like, it's not the best job, obviously. But for some reason, I am not able to just leave. I think a little bit it has to do with the fact that I just don't want to quit emotionally. I want to do things properly. And the other thing is, I don't know what's keeping me from doing it. I think there is something there that I need to understand. Like, why did I match this job? Why am I in that job environment, work environment? Like, what is it about my supervisor, about the culture in the company? What is it that I need to understand before moving forward? It's almost like I'm looking for other jobs, but I'm not doing it in a way that is satisfying to me. I'm doing it in ways that are not like super efficient. And I think I'm kind of self-sabotaging on purpose to stay where I am, to kind of get over what I need to get over or heal the parts that I need to heal so I can move forward differently, because I don't want to recreate the same crazy work environment that is going on right now. So receiving a write-up, it never happened to me before. It was humbling. I was like, okay, I'm not doing my job properly. Okay. What do I do with that? I don't know. Well, I do. I know what to do, but it's not about, like, beside the reality of things, like, sending emails and figuring things out, which I don't know what to do with that. Like, I haven't decided yet what's the next move practically. But I want to solve what the emotional parts, the emotional parts behind it that are creating this kind of situation. Because I don't think it's here on purpose, like by chance. Nothing. I believe there's nothing random in life. So if it's here, means that something about authority figures, like things is going on. And I was talking to my therapist this morning, and I told her, like, I think this has to do with authority figures and the issues that I have had growing up with my teachers and every authority figure that I had in my life. I think most I had issues with because, just trauma and crap that I grew up in. So I think it has to do with authority figures. And I'm kind of working through that, like resolving what that means for me, and all of like memories that I have of that stuck with me and that I felt they were like uncomfortable. I remember, for example, one day I was coloring a cow. I was like, I don't know, like 7, 8 years old. And I was coloring my cow, just, in Europe, there is this, I think it's here in the United States too, there is a chocolate brand called Milka. And the cow on the Milka is purple, like on the commercial, and also on the chocolate bars. I'm sure people are familiar with this. There's a purple cow on it. So I just love this purple cow. Apparently it touched me somehow, because when we were supposed to color these cows, I just made mine purple, and I thought that was okay. So my teacher stopped me, and it was like a big tragic moment. And she said, "Oh no, that's not supposed to be purple. Cows are either black, brown, or white." No, like, okay, but I don't want to be boring. I don't know what I said at 8. I don't think I argued or anything. I was a very shy kid, but I thought, what's wrong with her? I thought that, well, I was right. Like, I saw a purple cow. I swear to God, I didn't invent it. But So I think that's like one of these situations is where my mind started creating, oh, alternative figures are dangerous, because that's what she did. Like, she embarrassed me in front of everyone, and like, she made me feel very unsafe and embarrassed me in front of all of my classmates, saying, oh, this is not supposed to be, like, you are doing it wrong, cows are not purple. So that's where I learned alternative figures are a problem. Not a problem, but I relate to them in a problematic way. So now I'm repeating kind of the same pattern, and I can see it through it very clearly. Like, my supervisor will just pull out my notes, like the first notes that I started working, and read them out loud to everyone. And obviously, my first notes, they weren't very professional. They were like very long, one line, one line long, and it was like, client did this during this at this time. That's it. Like, no elaboration, nothing. I think I even didn't even say client or extended, like, spelled it client. I think I spelled it like CT, even, like, very, like, let me just get through this very quickly. So, and everybody started laughing, and I was like, okay, that's a horrible thing to do to people. It didn't really bother me because I don't think my value is linked to how I take notes on a computer. But still, like, everybody laughing, it was humiliating in a fashion. Like, not direct, like, not in a deep way, but like, don't do this. Just give me feedback in private. Don't make everybody laugh about my notes. And so I'm recreating the same exact scenario that I had with the teacher. And of course, between these two moments, I also had a lot in betweens that happened. I'm sure I just need to go back and think about them with like a lot of joy. So I'm sure it happened more, but I think that's the purple cow situation was my first. It's where my brain started like my brain or whatever, like just my person started wiring in that sense around authority figures, like they can be detrimental, and that's what is happening again, because we just recreate whatever experiences we have had. So now I'm dealing with this with the situation at work, and I'm trying to figure out how to let go, and like how authority figures don't need to be so negative, they can be positive, because honestly I want to move into the next job with a new mindset, with new energy that matches someone that is a good supervisor, because I would really like to I'm looking forward to working for someone that is reliable, clear, accountable, someone that you can really go and talk to and say, you know what, I think this and that, and you don't feel like you're going to be judged for it, which is everybody's right. Like, everybody should work in an environment like that, or whatever environment they feel like they need. And I think I'm ready kind of to have that happening for me. I just feel I need to let go more of, like, understand probably more of that process of this authority figures. And maybe there's more than just authority figures. Maybe they're just like, job expectations, or needing to prove yourself, needing to show that you know how to do your work well, instead of just respecting yourself and do what you need to do well, but not overextending and things like that. Just learn to respect oneself on the job place, on the job environment. And in general, just, face it in a healthy way, because you can go both sides. Like, you can do nothing all day, and then it's unhealthy because you don't feel motivated, you don't feel that you need to prove yourself. That's okay, but you also maybe feel like you are not capable or something like that. And then the other opposite scenarios also can be not positive, which is to need to prove yourself to the boss, and need to prove that you know how to do things, and that you can do more than what you're required, and not have healthy boundaries and things like that. That's also can hurt you. So it's like learning how to balance all of these things and find that exact point where I respect myself, I respect the people I work with, and I receive respect back. And authority is not negative, it's neutral or positive. But I would really like somewhere where I can say, let's just get the job done. Like, we don't need to I don't overshare on work. Like, I have healed a lot. Like, I used to be very much like having a lot of conflict with my colleagues, and now I know like how to handle that, how to keep very good boundaries. I learned to do that. It wasn't always like this. It was very difficult at first. Like in the beginning when I started working, the first time I was 17. So for many years I just had a lot of issues with colleagues. Like it was every single job. And now during this last job, I was able to, in the last year, I was able to just create good, very healthy boundaries with the people I work with. Not tell them everything I'm doing in the weekends. Not tell them about my life. Just keep it work oriented, and it's so much peaceful. But then again, you know, we all have patterns and things to heal, and it seems to me that it's going like in layers. I solved the coworkers issue, and now there's the boss issue on top of that, and I have to, or underneath, I guess, because then it's going like layers, going like an onion from the outside in. So removing the first one, the colleagues, now there is like another layer, so I'm going to take care of that. I don't know what's going to be the next problem. I'm looking so forward to solving the next problem. Maybe it's my ability to accept money. Maybe it's my ability to know that I can work and love it and still accept getting paid, even if, you know, I'm not working as hard as I should be. Maybe that's the next thing. But for now, I'm like just dealing with this whole job situation that is going on right now with the negative relationship with my supervisor. So yeah, it's just, you know, a lot of healing and a lot of work on oneself. Even if I know if I don't do the work internally, even if I go look for another job 2 months in, and I'm gonna have the same exact problem. But I don't want to rush into it. Like even before, like I'm looking for jobs, but doing it in like in a vague way, and I'm realizing that, and I think it's because I want to heal this part first. And I think as soon as I let go of this need for me to prove to the boss or have or be afraid of authority figures and things like that, like it's almost like the little kid in me is still stuck there, being afraid of the cow not being brown, and like just let go of the stupid cow. Like George said the other day, we were driving somewhere and we saw some cows, and he's like, stupid cows, stupid delicious cows. And I don't know why that came up. Anyway, so let go of the stupid delicious cow, and just, you know, just not need to listen that I have to color my cow in any color other people tell me. I'm just gonna color it however I feel like doing coloring it in that moment. So yeah, it's just a matter of letting go, I guess, slowly. Okay, well, I think that's all for today. I don't think I have anything else worth sharing. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you when I see you.